you go, folks. These are the conditions I have to live with for about the next 4 months. Ugh. Ridiculous. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And as you saw at the very start of this video, it's not real pleasant outside. We had about a almost 2-day blizzard starting Tuesday into Wednesday. We had several inches of snow dropped, 90k winds, some places getting over 100k winds. It was just horrible out there. And actually right now, it is actually above zero. It's +1. So that's not too bad, except for with the wild wind out there, it feels like -6. But enough of the weather forecast. Let's get to talking about some ape hangers. So, in a previous video, I had talked about some upgrades I wanted to do to the Fatboy, and one of them was ape hangers. So I finally broke down and ordered all the parts I need, and I'm gonna go with 16-inch ape hangers. And I've got the parts list here, so I'm gonna go through that with you guys so you know exactly what you would need if you were gonna put ape hangers on a 2021 Softail, or more specifically a Fatboy. But I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it first. I ended up deciding to go with the Harley-Davidson ape hangers. And I will show you a picture of what those look like right now. Now that picture was from the catalog, so it's not on a 2021 model. So the closest thing I could find to show you what it would look like on my bike would be this. Now, I could have went with other companies' handlebars, but I ended up going with Harley just because they're not overly expensive, I guess. And it was just easier to be able to call up the dealership and say, hey, you know, gonna order these bars, what all do I need? And they basically just gave me a whole list. So what they're telling me is, you know, it'll probably be about a week or two before the parts come in. When they come in, they'll let me know, and then I'll get the bike brought in for the install. Now, another thing I am doing is I am getting the dealership to install these bars. And I'm going to tell you why, because, you know, even though installing ape hangers isn't an overly huge job, the issue I had with it was that the bike is still under warranty, and so I figured I didn't really want to do the wiring on it, to be quite honest with you. With these internally wired bikes and throttle by wire, you need to take all the controls apart, take the wires out, obviously thread them through. I was more concerned about wrecking something as far as the wiring goes. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna let the professionals do it. It's still under warranty. I don't want to be responsible if I turn out to F something up, which you never know, is possible. And I've done ape hangers before on bikes before, but they were older models that weren't internally wired, so I was kind of like, maybe I'll just let them do it. Another reason is they have a promotion on right now, so when you get work done in the winter, you get a discount. I don't know if all dealerships are like that, but the one here is. So they'll give me, I think it's about 11% is a discount I'll be getting on the winter work, so I figured why not. Also, they have another promotion where the parts are actually put on as a warranty on your bike. So in other words, it's not just a parts warranty, they're warranted as if the parts came stock on your bike when you bought it, which I am told anyway is a better warranty than the usual just parts warranty. One other reason is because I saved up to do this. Was my I thought about this little eventuality, and I figured if I have the money to do it, why not let them do it rather than sitting out here cursing for a day. So I'm just going to get them to do it. They'll come right to the house and pick up the bike and take it there and bring it back. So I'm just going to go ahead and have them do that. But anyway, let's get to the old parts list. So this is the parts list basically straight from Harley. So this should be everything you need should you actually, order these parts. So let's go through it. Now I don't have any part numbers on here, unfortunately, but anyway, you'll get the idea. So the first we're going to have, of course, our 1 1/4 inch, 16-inch Apehangers. They come with the risers. We got a damper. We've got the gasket for the transmission side cover. If you don't know, when they put on the new clutch cable, they need to drain the oil out of the transmission, take off the side cover to install the clutch cable to hook it up. So that's why they need that. Then they've got the transmission oil. As I said, they had to drain it. Now they've also got a handlebar grip on here, and that was a little odd, I thought. So what I was told was if you have the stock grips on the throttle side, taking that grip off apparently is a real bitch because it's glued on, and they said a lot of times it gets damaged or the rubber gets stretched out or deformed when they're trying to take it off. So it's just better to either put on a new one or at least have one on hand. So they've got that down here. We've got the twist grip sensor wire extension. We have the front brake line that needs to get changed. We've got the lower brake line on the front. We've got a male 3/8 inverted flare straight adapter. I'm assuming that's for the brake line. We've got a switch wire extension, turn signal wire extension, and then we've got some screws and some lock washers. So that's basically what you're looking at. I did notice they didn't have anything on here for brake oil. I assume they're pulling off the front brake line. I'd assume they'd want to bleed the brakes after, but maybe they don't figure it's going to take much, so whatever. But anyway, that's the parts list that you'd be looking at, and the total on here for total parts in Canadian dollars now is just over $1,000. It's $1,021.92. So that's what you're looking at just for the parts. And I'm going to assume that the service amount is probably going to be about the same. So that's about it. That's where we're sitting with the update so far. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little up-to-date knowledge on what's going on with that. Obviously, when I get the bike back, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, obviously. But another thing I'm going to do is we're going to go through it, and we're going to go through everything that they did to change out these bars. Again, if anybody's thinking of doing it themselves, this will be a little bit of education on the kind of thing that you're going to have to go through. For example, like I say, taking off that side cover on the transmission, taking the gas tank off, that kind of thing. But anyway, we'll deal with that later. The dealership is telling me it's going to be 1 to 2 weeks probably to get the parts. We'll see if that happens. So possibly within the next month or so we'll have it done. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's it for today. Hope you had a nice little beverage when you were watching this, and until I see you again, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. See ya.